Okay, it's been weighing on me, and this has happened a handful of times, but today was one of the most nastiest response I've received personally from someone on the playground regarding my child. And no fault of my son or myself, I'm just gonna say this. I made a live about it. I was so upset, and I'm still upset about it. So earlier this afternoon, I took my son to the playground like I always do. And going against my better judgment, I saw it was another family already out on this particular playground, nothing special, just a playground. It was two little boys and an older gentleman, what looked like to be a grandfather to the two little boys. And so I told my child in the car, like I always tell myself, if anything happens, you come get me. And I was sitting down and I can see full view of the playground. We've been to this playground before, but it's been a long time. And this particular playground, I took him back to, and it's been maybe about 5 years. He's 8 now. And I probably, yeah. And the first time it was a little girl on the playground. She was with her grandfather, and my son wouldn't play with her. You know, there was other kids on the playground, but she wanted to play with my son. And then I overheard this little girl saying to her grandfather, there's something must be wrong with him, why he doesn't want to play with me. And lo and behold, all these years later at this particular playground, the same thing happened. Different people, but the same exact thing. So my child is running around on the playground. He's going down the slide. He's going up the little ramp area. Just really nice playground, really nice area. And a few minutes goes by, one of the children that was already previously on the playground, he probably looked a close same age as my son. My son is 8. This child might have been between 7, 8, or 9. And I caught him staring at me, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna say what I said to him. I said it on my live, but I was furious. I'm just like, why are you looking at me? You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to go find something to do, go play with your sibling, because he was out there with a sibling. And then not even, I say a minute after that, he was trying to get my child's attention. I said, well, baby, he's saying hi. So my child said hi back. Then the younger sibling was chasing after my son on the playground. Now, anybody knows somebody with autism, they're in their own world. Sometimes they want to be social and outgoing, and sometimes they just don't. That's just who they are as people. And this is why I'm taking this personal. Not even 30 seconds after my child didn't want to play with the younger sibling, he was like, go away, I don't want to play, right? And I was like, don't say that, don't say that. He's just trying to be friendly. Then the older child that was staring at me, he walked up to me, he approached me as a grown woman, as a stranger, and was like, hey, is there something wrong with your son? And I looked at him, I said, what? Like that, right? And then he was like, well, does he have social issues where he doesn't see other people and play with other people? Well, and I was like, no. I said, he just probably don't want to play with you and your sibling. And I was so offended because at the time I was thinking like, I wanted to curse him out horrifically. Now, people were upset when I said that during my live, but I'm minding my business on the playground, so is my child. We don't owe people explanation about what his needs are, if he has social problems. That's not, who are you to ask me that as a child and I'm an adult? Like, I don't owe you an explanation, neither does my son. So my son heard the whole thing. He was watching it. Then thank goodness he told me, he's like, Mommy, I gotta go to the bathroom. So we went over to the bathroom. I immediately start my live and I was ranting about that and I was using profanity on my live. And I was just like, I can't do this. Like every time I come to the playground, it's something, right? So as that family saw that I was, leaving, then they proceeded to leave a few minutes later. And then we get in the car, me and my child, and he told me, he was like, Mommy, I hate people. I hate people. He never speaks this way. He is so mild-natured, mild-mannered. I am the complete opposite. But for him to say that broke my heart. And that any parent grandparent knows, auntie, uncles knows. If you have a special person in your life, or a person that was born with a disability, neurodevelopmental disability, developmental disability, that breaks your heart to hear them say, I don't like people, because he saw the entire encounter. He heard it. He didn't deserve that. I'm not saying my child is an angel. I'm not saying he's supposed to be treated with kid gloves. But at the end of the day, as individuals, as different people, we don't have to play with somebody on the playground. It's a public park. If he wants to go run on this play structure and go up the slide, go down the slide 1,000 times without interacting with other children, he should be able to do that without any judgment, without someone asking, hey, he got a problem? I'm floored. And I feel like whomever listening to this, if you have negative feelings about what I'm saying, if you feel like you don't agree with what I'm saying, then please don't leave a comment, because I'm already emotional. I'm already hurt for my child. He is the warmest, the nicest, sweet, affectionate person that you will ever meet. He's really a sweetheart. And I'm not just saying it because he's my son. He's the complete opposite of me. I am the hellraiser. I am the person that will give you everything that you ask for and more. And he's the opposite. And it breaks my heart that now I have to really decide whether, if I see another family, other children on the playground, it's probably best that we stay in the car, go to another playground, or go early enough where there aren't any other people out there, because he prefers to play by himself without facing judgment, without facing ridicule, without being treated like something's wrong with him. And that's just not the case. So I made this specifically for parents and caregivers, teachers, whomever. Please educate the little ones in your lives. And if they happen to encounter someone that is different than them, don't make them feel bad about being different, and don't make it an issue if they choose to not engage with you or anybody else that's in the surrounding area, because that's what they choose. That's a choice. It's their consent, not the other way around. And that's all I wanted to say.